I'm a bachelor, so screw attaching a label to the life we're living and imagine a future where we won't be living in the past. I'll be flipping birds like a chicken breast on a spatula.
RJ here is still at VidCon with none other than George Watsky. Now, they're talking about your rap skills possibly being faster than Twista now. Who wins if you had to break it down by decibel? Who's going to be the fastest?
You know, I don't think Twista's even the fastest. I think there are other people who could beat me and him.
Who could possibly be faster?
I am not the world's fastest rapper, believe it or not. There are people faster than me. I feel like when you reach a certain point of speed, you have no idea what the rapper's saying anymore. So speed is one element to what I do, but I love people actually being able to understand the lyrics too. But I'm a sinner, but I bet I could have been a better man. I want to be Zen, but I guess about some medicine instead of meditating, but I get it when I can.
And what is the speed actually? How do they even break it down to say someone is the fastest?
I really, you know, I've seen different world records for like fastest, you know, for a while. I think Twista held it. I think that's a few years old. You know, it's syllables per second, so I've never even tried for something like that because it's not, you know, I'm not attempting to be the world's fastest rapper.
And when you're writing, like, what's the inspiration of how you're coming up with the different songs that you are putting together? Is each one different? Is there, like, what's sort of the process of when you're doing it?
Well, you know, it's like any writer. You have different inspirations at different times. You know, what you're creating is a reflection of what you're going through in your life, and that's true for me, you know. I have certain songs that are really positive, and I have certain songs that are, you know, a little bit less so, and it's just a pulling from my life for my work.
Like, is anything coming from VidCon? Is there any inspiration you'll get this weekend that'll soon become a song?
Who knows? I'm not used to this many people coming up to me and asking for my picture taken, so maybe it'll be incredibly cocky and self-absorbed. So.
Well, let's just talk about that. Before we're starting the interview, people are coming up, say, I love you, you're amazing, you're the best. What's it like now that you have all these fans that are recognizing you and coming up with things like that?
It's very strange. You know, I'm not a kind of top 40 artist where walking down the street I get recognized constantly. So VidCon is kind of a place where people who actually know my work are coming together. So it's cool. I mean, you don't put out work so no one will hear it. You know, it's really nice to have people recognize you and tell you they like your stuff. If
there's one song in particular you want, you know, the folks out there to check out, what song would you say to go look on YouTube right now?
I would say to check out my newest song, which is called IDGAF. But if I'm going to plug one thing, what I would plug is that I have a new web series coming out with Alexis. It's called Watsky's Making an Album.
I have something really big to tell you. You have a record deal.
Shut your mouth.
There's no money, but anyways, all you have to do is write and produce an entire album, and you have 2 months. 60 days.
Wow, what a ton of fun. I'm sitting in the one-on-one in traffic and I'm scratching my ass again. I guess it's out of habit because it doesn't itch, fidget, and I'm switching my position to my wedges on my left butt cheek. Pissed because I know my stupid phone is gonna ring again and I wanna up and...
Oh. It premieres July 9th. It's gonna be a weekly series and I would highly recommend you watch out for that because I've been working on it for a long time.
It's gonna be on Loud, right? That's where people can check it out?
It's gonna be on Loud, new YouTube channel, a lot of great content, and yeah, it's a narrative show. It's like, you know, a Curb Your Enthusiasm style mockumentary making of my album. It's gonna be really funny.
And give us a sneak peek of what's gonna actually happen in that show as you're making your album.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, we have a 90s sitcom star, superhero star who makes a guest appearance. You'll have to watch to find out who that is. We have guest appearance from legendary regulator rapper Warren G.
Oh wow, what's happening? Warren G's coming back.
Yeah, Warren G's back for the show. You know, a lot of other cool people. Andy Milanakis in the show, and it's gonna be really funny.
The song you were mentioning, can we get a couple verses real quick just so we can hear it? Put you on the spot?
It's got a lot of swearing in it.
We can bleep it.
Okay. I'm a bachelor, so screw attaching a label to the life we're living and imagine a future where we won't be living in the past. I'll be flipping birds like a chicken breast on a spatula. So if you're bragging, then you can forget it. And if it thunders and if it rains and pours, let it. And in the morning, then it'll hit you that George said it. They gave him an F, he returned it for store credit. But don't be sore yet if you got a score settled, because it's more pleasure with fun before etiquette. Get up on the table to pour your drinks, get it, but don't be boneheaded, it's for your own benefit. I'll be getting open and seeking my seventh heaven, a reverend, while you be seeking a reverend or Pope Benedict. You gotta stick where the sun don't shine, well that's fine, but remember that I don't give a
Wow. Very good, George. Thank you for coming through. Enjoy VidCon on stage tomorrow.
Young Hollywood. Look, don't be a fool. Subscribe to Young Hollywood Network, all right?